and the gratitude of that generosity opens up the flow of what the heart is all about. It's the seat of the soul.
So, as you're teaching people how to tap into this voice, we all have it, as we all can embody the energy of kings and queens, not from an egotistical or a dominant way, but from a royal way, where that's an aspect of us that we have every right to. When we take on those capacities, if you were to teach people how to use that voice of change, would you simply instruct them to feel those three aspects of grace, the gentleness, the gratitude, and the generosity? Because if we sit and think about that and then speak, our voice indeed changes, doesn't it?
And it's about being, it's mindfulness, isn't it? This is really what we're talking about. This new field of conscious development that we're hearing, that Oprah is pioneering a great project about. Being mindful means we become present. So we measure every piece of behavior, not in some rigid, stringent way, but we measure, well, am I being gentle here? Am I being grateful? So it becomes part of our consciousness. As a result of that, because thought creates reality, we vibrationally shift. Because we see the effect that it has on the people, or indeed the atmosphere that we're moving through, we see the effect immediately. There is a response, and all successful communication is based on response. If you don't get the response you want, change strategy. The difficulty is that in the pursuit of that, we often become frustrated, irritated, and angry, and we lose gentleness, gratitude, and generosity. But if we can see that just by initiating that force, there's an immediate response, what that does is provide conviction, and conviction is a force multiplier. Because it feels good, you want to do more. So literally, let's do more gentleness. Isn't that the meaning of the gentle man or gentle woman? We use the phrase or the words rather so meaninglessly. Oh, he's a gentleman. What does that mean? Well, he's a gentle man. And so how can we deliver this if we're unaware of our behavior? That's the point. And if we're fearful, we're just consumed by fear. We're not aware of, forgive me, I thought I'd switched that off. We're not aware of the quintessence of what we are all about, which is love.
Yes. So then, someone who comes to you to work with the voice of the heart, what would you say, oh my goodness, is the major reason? Do you have a couple of common reasons where someone is blocked? I know you said it's the machines, or we get excited, or we get anger. Do you really help them unravel like a program or a belief system? Is there something from maybe their childhood that is keeping them from speaking that voice of love? What do you find out when you look at the threads across all your clients?
Well, there's so many. I mean, because we're all
diverse. Yeah.
Very diverse. We're perfectly imperfect. Or imperfectly perfect. So I want to go back to a trace element that you shared with us just now about, I feel that what we're all doing is finding a way of living our sovereignty so that we become the master mistress of our own destiny. Now, effectively, what this means in our societies is that we no longer need a sovereign on the throne. It's perfectly obvious that we proved this. And of course, the United States of America is a prime example of we don't need a monarch. So if we don't need a monarch, what do we need? Well, what we need is to recognize that